Well, to the Walleye do it once again. Comeback victories becoming the norm as we welcome in Matt Melzak from the Walleye. Matt, this team is playing with so much confidence right now. It doesn't seem like an early deficit phases them at all.
An early deficit, even sometimes late deficits, don't seem to phase them too much. But you're right. These early deficits, it's something that you don't want to see. But yet, it gives you a lot of time still to come back. And, in the case of, even last week, you look at Saturday down in Cincinnati, they still had basically 2 full periods to come back in that game. Now, they didn't need it. They got it tied up before the end of the second. But it's a team that, just never changes what they do. Depending on what the other team does, it doesn't matter because they're going to keep doing their thing. And eventually they know those pucks are going to go in. And this team's so talented offensively that it does. They start lighting the lamp, and it just starts snowballing even further.
And the depth of the team is displayed on the power play. Second in the league on the power play conversion. We saw that all weekend long.
Yeah, we did. 6 for 11 over the weekend on the man advantage. They really had it going, especially against Cincinnati in those 2 games, Friday and Saturday. They were just fired up offensively in the power play. And it's so much fun to watch when those guys get moving because it doesn't matter how you attack them. Even if you go, really aggressive at them, they'll make that extra pass quickly. Next thing you know, you got Brandon Hawkins open on the wing for a shot, or Warren Centazzo. And then if you go passive on them and you kind of sit back and you just try to protect the cage, they'll bing bang all around and then fire something to the front of the net and go there with hard traffic, and next thing you know, you got goals. So this is a team that's so talented that the power play is going to be a strength a lot during the course of this year.
Yeah, Centazzo with a hat trick and Hawkins with a milestone this past week.
Yeah, you know what? He had 2 of them, actually, when you think about it. 250 points on Friday and then turning around playing his 250th pro game on Saturday. He's such a terrific player. He's past Kyle Bonus, closing in on Kyle Rogers on the Toledo Walleye all-time list. Depending on how long he plays in Toledo, he could own all of those marks as well. For the Toledo Walleye, as far as the Toledo Walleye career numbers, if you go to the Storm as well, now you throw guys like Rick Judson in there, gets a little bit harder as far as climbing the ladder in those points. But you know what? He's a great player. We know what he can do out on the ice, especially with that shot. When he is right and it is going good, he is targeting corners of the net. He shoots from everywhere. You love that. And it's always a good scoring opportunity when that does happen.
Walleye on the road this week. They head out to Iowa, 3 games against the Heartlanders. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. 2 top teams in the Central Division. Some early season showdowns are going to mean a lot come March.
Yeah, they certainly do, and especially when you're looking at a full weekend of games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Iowa. This has been a very good home team, the Iowa Heartlanders, so this is going to be a difficult trip for Toledo. I know they've had a lot of success against Iowa over the last couple of years, but this is a much different Iowa Heartlanders team. They're fast, they're aggressive, they can really transition it. So it's going to be a fun weekend of hockey for the Toledo Walleye, the Iowa Heartlanders. The great thing about going to Iowa is you're basically there and you get those 3 games. So you're not bouncing around in and out. You don't get any extra bus travel in. It all gets out of the way early. And once you're there, you could settle in. That's kind of helpful. But this is going to be a fun weekend.
Yep, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Walleye in action. And, of course, Matt Melzak will be back with us at BCSN tomorrow as Ice Check makes its season debut. Looking forward to having to hear what you have to say about the high school hockey scene as well.
Yeah, we're going to have the high school hockey covered for you. Big preview, so it's going to be fun. Who do we think is going to win the division?
All right. Find out tomorrow night at 10 o'clock right here on BCSN. Matt, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mark.